Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Two Prince Freaks, and we're going to be continuing our Sanctuary Outpost build. Continuing with the theme of using the base vanilla pieces, we're going to be using the wood tab. Now, this stairwell I'm about to be showing you takes about 5 minutes to build, and you'll be seeing a lot throughout my builds whether or not I am using either DLC pieces or modded pieces. But if I'm building something such like this where I want everyone to be able to experience and enjoy, then you'll definitely be seeing this stairway a lot. It takes about 10 seconds to build. Just throw down a quick short staircase and then a shack bridge and then another long staircase. Like so. This just try to get as close as possible to the top stairs. If you're having trouble glitching it in, don't worry, just use the Place Anywhere mod that we've been using in the last couple of videos. Such as here, it doesn't really slant the way I want it to, so I just use that Place Anywhere mod. We're going to be using the presets floor and roof. I run out of resources right here, so I'm about to go off and scavenge. Just some fallen tree branches and cars and hidden barrels, since you really missed that much. I don't want to scrap anything obvious. I've talked about it in one of the previous episodes, but just to keep the illusion that no one lives here, right? You don't want it too scrappy. Alright, went off scavenging for a little bit, just around Sanctuary. I didn't go anywhere too far. We're going to be continuing our build here. Now, keeping just the three floor and shack presets across will give us our base structure. We're going to be using these smaller shack floors just to extend our little grill area. Make sure you get this cigar box. Gets in the way. It's kind of a bitch. And level up! Leveling up at this point is going to help us later on when we go out and I show you some places to hit for early game loot. You're going to want to put some points into things like your weapon perks, such as a commando or rifleman, depending on what type of build you're going for. In just a second, I'll be decorating this area with grill pieces. You'll find those around Sanctuary, but for now I'm just going to put an ice box for all of those delicious meats that haven't been cooked yet. Like so. And I'll be putting down some seating. Just a round table and some chairs that we scavenged throughout Sanctuary. I personally prefer this wooden round one, but I've sometimes gone with either metal pieces or those square dinner tables. In just a second, I'll go get the rest of those pieces we need. Make sure you line up these chairs. And we'll cut to the next part. Alrighty, up next we're just going to be putting down a couple of base, very small accent pieces. We just put down some benches that, let's say lore-wise, they scavenge from down the river. Just for some extra seating, and we're gonna add this cabinet table just as kind of the active place of when you go out and you have a barbecue, you usually have some place to, you know, set up your hot dogs and all the foods you lay out. So that's what that cabinet is there for. We're gonna be borrowing this grill from this area over here, and this is gonna be the grill, you know, for our little grill eating area. And that will conclude this portion of the build. Alrighty, next portion we're going to be putting together the little smoke lounge. This was inspired by my brother and my sister-in-law. They like to hang out in our backyard near our little table, and they typically smoke there and do their little role plays because they're fucking nerds. But to start off, we're going to replace this wall from earlier with a door wall. this is going to be the second entrance / exit to outside this settlement. I struggle at this point to find out whether or not I want to start from the left or right side. I don't remember quite how I did it before in the beginning intro when I showed off the finished product. But I ended up going to the right, just to start off from the entrance and head all the way back down. I don't have enough time in this video to show the decorating of this area, but all you really need to do is go back to that plate that we found the grill, get that patio chairs and patio table, and bring them on over here. You're also going to want to put down a couple of vending machines and a smoking machine, and that will kind of complete the look. It also cuts out at one of the parts where I put in the last junk fence. There's a small gap, but you just fill it in with a half wall, a shack half wall. And just clip that in with place anywhere. And right here, we're going to be clipping in that half wall from earlier. Alrighty, and just to finish off this segment, we're going to be putting a metal door on the door that leads outside just to give off a more secure look. And on this door, we're going to be putting down a basic wooden door just to give the scrappy look. And that will conclude the smoking area. Now, next up, this is a good stopping point if you feel like you've done enough. But next, we're going to put in a couple more furniture pieces. We're going to put down a bench right here just to kind of give the illusion this is where maybe they sit down here to put on their boots, or maybe when they first wake up they need to sit a couple extra moments just to get that just to get a bit more rest. Put down a few dressers just to go for the illusion that they're not just wearing the rags on their backs, that they have a few extra pairs of clothes that they change into every now and then. That's all really, just a few subtle parts that make a good difference. After that, we're going to put on some power. I put the generator up on the roof nearby and now that I'm looking back on this footage, might not be such a great idea, given that that's where they sleep. But hey, I sleep with a fan on next to me, so maybe I kind of like that, where the noise of the generator kind of becomes part of their sleep schedule. If you struggle to find gears, there's a typewriter and a ratchet type tool near the near the weapons workbench. That will give you those gears you need in order to build the small generator. You saw in the beginning intro I had a taller conduit on the roof and thought that was kind of overkill, so I switched out with a smaller one. We're going to put one of these conduits at the corner right here. This is going to give off just enough ambient electricity for the living room, for lighting for the garage area, and of course the house. These industrial pieces for the garage area kind of makes sense for me and give off the vibe we want. We don't want too much lighting here. At the same time, it's up to your discretion. You might not even want lighting at all, but the small amount of lighting kind of gives off that they're rebuilding. You know, this is what they have so far, just to give off a little bit more civilization look. Alrighty, we're just about done with the video. We're just going to grab a couple more crafting stations from around the sanctuary area and put it in our little outpost. I'm going to take the time here in a second just to talk about the channel, but real quick, there's some scrappables back here. No one's going to miss them if they're gone. Just go ahead and get rid of them, take those extra resources. Even if you're not building anymore, having the extra steel around could help. Will be great for things like weapons and armor, and even preparing your power armor from Conquered. On this channel, it's currently just myself posting videos. Lucius and Danny Dorito are both making videos, but since currently our at the time of this posting, our channel isn't verified, they're too long to post, but they will be up shortly. The tutorial vibe that I'm giving right now isn't necessarily the main thing of this channel. We want to do Let's Plays with Danny Dorito and myself. We are planning on doing a Let's Play on Neverwinter. The story is we're both half-orc brothers, Hayden the Paladin, I the Great Weapons Fighter. Everyone throw Danny Dorito shade. If you're watching, just leave a couple comments about how Danny Dorito is an absolute bitch for playing ahead of me and not playing just past the tutorial, you goddamn dickweed. But I digress. This little campfire here is just to give off, one, for you to be able to cook something, and two, just like, you don't want to use the grill every, right? Like, not every day you're gonna be out grilling at the grill and like flipping burgers and shit. Like, sometimes you just want to sit around the campfire and sing your campfire songs and just sing a bit, you know? Anyway, this is the video. Thank you for watching this series and have a wonderful day.